overlooking the whole ocean.
The feature of Atlantic City. It's big, isn't it? Just put the bags there, boy.
Yes, sir. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Yeah, get yourself lost. Here.
Yes, sir. I hope you'll both be very happy.
We will, if you'll only give us a chance.
Yes, sir. I'm going right now, sir.
Now. Hello, Mrs. McLean.
Toby, is this really yours? This whole big suite of rooms? I thought we were going to try to save money.
Well, you know my theory. Economize on necessities, never on luxuries. Besides, we've only got 3 days for our honeymoon.
I know, but this is... Oh, darling, don't let's ever go away from here, ever.
Oh, now, baby, make up your mind.
I'm so happy I hate to change anything. I didn't think there was perfect happiness in the world, did you?
I think you're gorgeous.
I like you, too. Oh, darling, we mustn't spoil it. Let our marriage get like others, I mean. We've got to... Toby, on matrimony, I have theories.
Have you, honey?
Yeah.
Dish out a few.
Well, for one thing, married people ought to go out sometimes with other people. Separately, I mean. They ought to have dates.
What for?
Variety. You know how people are. They want something different.
Oh, people, yes.
Oh, we needn't think we're exceptions, Toby. No, it's an intelligent, precautionary measure. See, if you can take out some other girl to dinner whenever you want to, with my full knowledge and consent, then, of course, you won't feel nearly so much like seeing her without my full knowledge. And the same thing applies to me with some other men.
Oh, it does? Now, somehow this theory leaves me quite cold. I'm an iceberg.
Toby, the important thing is that we always tell each other everything. I can take anything, forgive anything but deception.
And people who knock on doors while a honeymoon is in progress. You again? I thought we had an understanding.
Telegram for Mrs. McLean.
Oh, well, thanks. Telegram for Mrs. Ann Vaughan McLean. Hey, how's that for a name? They got it right.
There's probably more congratulations. Oh, no.
What is it?
The office. Wouldn't you know? Barbara Lamar at Ambassador, Atlantic City, reported married today to Polish Count. Please cover this, Williams.
A Polish Count? That's not news.
Yeah, but Barbara Lamar is. Oh, Lord. I've got to do it, of course.
It's a fine thing. On our honeymoon. Oh, confound it. They could have sent anybody else.
No, there wouldn't be time. And anyhow, it's my story. Oh, don't look so tragic, darling. Your wife will be right back.
My wife is a newspaper girl.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing.
Tell me, Toby.
Nothing? Nothing at all, honey. I just wished for a second that you were Mrs. Toby McLean and nothing else, you see? But it's all right. End of brooding.
Are you sure?
Quite sure? Positive.
Well, after all, it'll only be for an hour. And we've got to get used to it. Both of us, Toby. The World Series starts next week, and you'll be leaving me for 5 whole days.
And? Why don't you come with me?
Oh, darling, you know I can't. It would cost a lot to take me all the way out to St. Louis and back, and we're awfully broke already. We've spent...
Ah, don't tell me.
All right, I... But the point is... Well, after all... I guess 5 days won't seem like long.
No? It really won't. Only a century. Sportsman's Park, St. Louis, October 1926?
Yeah, I got it.
Ah, came the Babe. All right, Joe, send this. Babe Ruth appeared from the dugout at 2:15, then went back in again. Go on, stall some more, see if I can.
Well, what's the hurry, Toby?
Oh, nothing, Shorty. Come on, let's get this game over with. Ann, I'm home. Ann? Oh, welcome home, McLean.
Hello.
Ooh, am I in the wrong apartment?
You, Mr. McLean. I'm Myra, the new maid.
Well, tell me, Myra, Where's Mrs. McLean?
She's out.
Out? But I thought she'd be here.
She had to go to dinner with the editor of some movie magazine. She left a note for you on the table.
Oh. Darling, I am so sorry, but you'll forgive me when you hear Austin Hackett, editor of Picturesque, wants me to do a series of articles, $200 apiece. Why, that's great. Well, that's simply great for Ann, but why do they have to talk it over tonight?
Well, she said he's leaving for Hollywood in the morning. She was very disappointed, Mr. McLean, she couldn't be here to meet you. You're newlyweds, aren't you?
That's right. Of course she had to go, a thing as important as that. Who wouldn't? She'll make $3,000 if she gets the assignment.
Mm-hmm. She can buy herself a fine limousine for that.
Yeah, that's right, Myra. And on my salary, I can add a gadget for the radiator cap.
Maybe that's her now.
Hello there.
Hello yourself, darling.
Oh, Ann, baby.
Toby, this is Mr. Hackett. I brought him up especially to meet you. My husband, Mr. Hackett.
Mr. Vaughn, how do you do?
Oh, McLean, Mr. Hackett. Vaughn is only my name. I forgot you didn't know.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, McLean.
It's all right.
Well, let me take a look at you. Toby, how are you? How was the World Series?
It was the World Series.
You're a sporting writer, Mr. McLean.
Yeah, but my mother thinks I work for the street cleaning department.
I hope to be back in time to meet you, Toby, but after dinner we had to call on Raymond Navarro.
Who's Raymond Navarro?
Well, darling, I think if you'll rack your brain. He's going to be the first of the impressions of movie stars I'm writing for Mr. Hackett.
Do you do any magazine work yourself, Mr. McLean?
Toby's going to do some fiction this winter.
Indeed?
No, probably not.
I trust I may be forgiven for taking Mrs. McLean off this evening. Business is business, you know.
Yes, of course. Ladies must live.
Yeah. Well, I guess I better be running along now. Remember, Ann, deadline the 20th of the month. You might send the articles airmail if you're pressed for time.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Hackett. Good night.
Good night.
Toby, you were perfectly horrid. Why?
I don't know that I was.
Well, you were. You were rude and sarcastic. Oh, honey, how could you when you know what it meant to me to... Well, what'll he think?
I don't care what he thinks.
Well, I do. I can't afford to offend a man who's going to pay me all that money.
Well, I can't. He isn't paying it to me.
But you're my husband.
Yeah, so I heard. Mr. Vaughn.
Oh, darling, that's a common mistake nowadays with working women. Toby, this job is the nicest thing professionally that's ever happened to me, aren't you? Can't you be glad for me at all?
Of course I'm glad. That's not it.
Oh, what is then?
Well, what was the point of bringing that fellow Hackett up here? What was he for? To chaperone our reunion?
I wanted him to meet you, optimist that I was. I thought I'd be proud of you.
And you were ashamed, huh?
I most certainly was. I think we've reached the point where we better not say any more now. Either of us. Good night.
Ann, wait.
Toby. Oh, Toby.
Oh, honey, this is terrible when I loved you so much.
Why?
Oh, I guess I was jealous. I guess that's the answer. Masculine ego. I'm doing a slow burn because you're going to make more money than I can.
Oh, my darling, listen. Do you think for 1 minute that no matter how hard I try, I can ever achieve the success that you could?
Of course I do.
Well, then you're crazy. I have just one edge on you, Guy. I write, you talk about it.
Yeah, I guess I talk a great story. At a bar with a drink and a good listener, I'm an author.
But it doesn't have to be that way.
And as usual, you're right. It's a funny thing, though. I was just thinking about an idea for a story. Joe Peterson told it on the train coming home from St. Louis. About a girl in New Orleans, a cabaret dancer. She'd make a wonderful character. Flaming youth.
Then why don't you write it, Toby?
It falls into place in my mind.
When?
What do you mean, when?
When are you going to begin?
Oh, tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow morning. You see if I don't.